Good evening and thanks for joining us. Keeping kids safe is the top priority for school resource officers. However, questions have been raised about their training.
That's because a school resource officer left his gun in a middle school bathroom just last week. News 10's Jackson Plank did some digging. He has more on what law enforcement communities say that it takes to become a resource officer.
It's been less than a week since a Vigo County school resource officer made headlines.
A local school protection officer had his arresting powers taken away. That's after the Vigo County School Corporation says he left a gun unattended.
This led to News 10 asking law enforcement officials what it takes to become a school resource officer. The answer? It varies.
Indiana is kind of an anomaly when it comes to certifying officers.
In the state of Indiana, there are 3 tiers of certification for a school resource officer. Tier 1 is the highest tier. School resource officers in this tier are graduates of a 16-week law enforcement academy. This is the same type of training many city police officers receive. If a school district has its own police department, state law mandates that they be Tier 1 graduates. Here in the Wabash Valley, that includes school systems like Clay Community Schools. Josh Clark is the police chief for the school district.
Ours has succeeded with the police department. We're able to establish our own policies, establish our own requirements as to what we want to see our officers doing within those schools.
There is also Tier 2 and Tier 3. SROs trained in Tier 2 receive 8 weeks of training, whereas officers in Tier 3 receive 3 weeks of training. Other 2-tier trained officers include hospital police. Tier 3 trained officers include correction officers. Every officer at each tier must take 40 hours of school-specific SRO training. Law enforcement officials note a person may still become an SRO even if they aren't trained in any of the tiers. A sheriff may appoint someone with special deputy powers if he or she takes 40 hours or 1 week of pre-basic training. Officials say school resource officers have full powers as police officers regardless of their level of certification. Reporting in the Wabash Valley, Jackson Plank, News 10.
A local family is experiencing another culture in their own home. That's because they're hosting a student from abroad. Satusa is an organization that helps place students with host families across the world. Local Satusa representative Natalie Sherrill says it's a great way to experience another culture while sharing your own. She says they have 300 students waiting to be matched with a host family for the next school year. Satusa makes sure the families and the students have similar lifestyles to make it the perfect fit.
We have a lot of host families. The students go back to their home country, but yet they stay in contact with them. They'll come back to America to visit, or the family will go to their home country.
For more information on how you can host a student or send your high schooler abroad, check out our website, WTHI-TV.com.
An Illinois school superintendent has announced his plans to step down from his role at the end of the year. Josh Quick has been involved in the Robinson, Illinois school system since 2002. He started as an elementary principal before accepting the role as district superintendent. As he nears retirement age, Quick says he wants to get back to doing what he loves as an educator.
Career where I'm just ready to do something different. I have a few years to go until I retire, and just looking to make a change that maybe to reduce a little bit of the stress in my life and go back to some of the things that I really enjoyed when I first went into education.
Quick will step down after the school year ends.
Indiana State University is hosting its 3rd candidate to be the next president of the university. Clorinda Phillips is Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Phillips is also a professor of sociology. She'll meet with staff tomorrow morning.
Wind and rain in the valley tonight.
That's right. Kevin Orpert predicted it, and he says that rain is coming through.
Well, it is, Rondrell. So we have this wind advisory in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Now, that is if they leave it in effect through 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. I suspect it's going to be pretty windy tomorrow as well, though, so this wind advisory may continue to be in place. And it's very mild out there, too, with all this wind. 56 in Terre Haute, 60 in Sullivan, 54 Vincennes. Check out these wind speeds. This is steady wind here. This is not a wind gust. These are steady wind speeds with wind gusting then to 29 or 33, 41 down in Linton, and 33 in Mattoon. Here's a look at the Storm Team 10 Storm Tracker. Well, there's a pretty sight. We have a lot of green all across the News 10 viewing area. And so it's going to continue to be like this into the nighttime tonight, and at least into the first part of the day tomorrow. Maybe a rumble or two of thunder, but I don't think we'll have big storms. Now, when I come back, I'll tell you what I do think will be happening.
A 47-year-old man from Lagodi will spend the next decade in prison. That's after he pleaded guilty to having sexually explicit material involving minors. According to court documents, Ryan Watkins viewed and downloaded images of child sexual abuse material to his cell phone on multiple occasions between January and April 2023. The cell phone linked to an internet cloud-based data storage platform. Investigators found more than 600 images depicting minors under 12 years old engaged in sexually explicit conduct. Watkins was convicted of felony child molestation in Davies County in May 2010. He was a registered sex offender at the time he was viewing the sexually explicit material involving minors. The city of Sullivan is returning to some type of normalcy.
That's almost 1 year after a tornado swept through the area. The tornado left 3 people dead and over 100 structures damaged. City leaders and volunteers have been working the past year to provide support to those affected by the storm. Thanks to that help, homes and lives are being rebuilt in the affected areas. Both the current and former mayors of Sullivan say they're proud of the community's resiliency.
And no life will be the same ever again, but we want to get it back to as close as what they had before. And
take a hell of a lot more than a tornado to stop the city of Sullivan. It's special, and it's Sullivan special.
The city will remember those affected by the tornado with a dedication ceremony this Sunday night. It'll be at 6 o'clock at City Hall.
A Hoosier anti-slavery activist is the newest face on the U.S. postage stamp. Catherine Coffin helped guide enslaved people to freedom via the Underground Railroad. The stamp, in honor of Coffin, was recently unveiled at the Levi and Catherine Coffin State Historic Site. The Coffins operated in both Indiana and Ohio. Historians credit them with helping more than 1,000 people escape slavery. Their home in Fountain City served as a crucial stop on the Underground Railroad.
Families in the community kicked off spring break with pizza and fun, and it was compliments of Vigo County court-appointed special advocates. Tonight was distribution day for CASA's Raise Some Dough fundraiser. The event, as you can see, raised $600 to help meet the needs of children in the area. CASA partnered with Little C's Pizza for the event. The organization took pizza orders. For every 2 boxes a person ordered, they also received a board game. An organizer says it's always nice to see the community turn out to help the kids.
Vigo County has always been so helpful, and we're very grateful because it is truly a community and everybody tries to help cover each other's backs, so to speak.
Hoff says CASA hopes to make this an annual fundraiser for the organization.
Researchers are studying the use of psychedelics in search of treatment for mental health issues.
We'll explain why they say the findings so far are promising. That's next on News 10 Night Watch. It's coverage you can count on.
You're watching the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast, News 10. Closed captioning is sponsored by Terre Haute Chevrolet. Visit our team today.
Resort to greatness at Terre Haute Casino Resort when the casino and restaurants open Friday, April 5th. Visit TerreHauteCasino.com for details.
The drug problem isn't just in dark alleyways anymore. Thanks to Joe Biden, it's in neighborhoods across Indiana. Because deadly fentanyl is pouring across our border, and Washington, D.C. does nothing. I'm Eric Doden. I'm the only candidate for governor with a concrete plan to strengthen law enforcement, rebuild our towns and main streets, and get drugs out of our communities. The politicians have no plan and no ability to fix this, but I will take bold action to keep Indiana safe.
A lot has happened over 66 years, but here at Dorset Hyundai, we're not just looking back. We're looking forward to continue providing the best car buying experience in Terre Haute and the Wabash Valley. And right now, drive new Tucsons and Santa Fe's with 0% financing, or a new 3-row Palisade just $364 per month. Plus, get overbook value for your trade, 115%, only during our 66th anniversary sale at Dorset Hyundai.
Dorset Automotive, drive it home. Resort to greatness at Terre Haute Casino Resort when the casino and restaurants open Friday, April 5th. Visit TerreHauteCasino.com for details.
Storm Team 10's Futurecast is sponsored by Grayless Heating and Cooling.
More than 2 million new cancer cases will be diagnosed in the U.S. this year alone. That's according to projections by the American Cancer Society. And certain cancers are being found more often in younger adults.
While talking to children about a cancer diagnosis is hard, experts say it is important. Mandy Gaither has more on how to have this tough conversation.
After revealing her cancer diagnosis, Catherine, Princess of Wales, said one of her biggest priorities was finding the right way to tell her young children.
There was a time when, the information was hidden.
The American Cancer Society says children seem to sense when something is wrong, so keeping a cancer diagnosis from them may result in confusion and fear.
When you're talking to children, they probably understand, more than you think they will.
To start the conversation, the organization says to be open and honest, speak in a way they'll understand. They need to know what to expect and how the diagnosis will affect them. Younger children may need fewer details than those who are older. Most kids should know the basics, the type of cancer, where the cancer was detected in the body, what will happen during treatment, and how that treatment may change the person's life, their appearance, and how they feel.
A lot of times kids actually wind up blaming themselves. And so you need to reassure them, be honest with them, let them know it's a serious diagnosis, but there's a plan going forward.
Finally, the American Cancer Society says to allow children to ask questions and talk about how they're feeling. Find a good time when you won't be disturbed and when you're feeling calm enough to talk about the diagnosis. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Cleveland Clinic researchers are actively studying the use of psychedelics like mushrooms and LSD to treat certain mental health issues.
So far, the findings seem to show potential. Dr. Brian Barnett says a lot of the research out there on psychedelics is centered around anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic disorder. However, more is starting to be done on how they could help with addiction. So, what does a typical treatment experience look like? Barnett says since psychedelics can alter your mind or your state of mind, they make sure the patient is in a comfortable and safe place, like this room you see here. You can see there's a couch with blankets and music playing. A monitor or therapist is also on site to assist. Barnett says the length of treatment depends on the type of psychedelic used and the needs of the patient.
LSD, which we've worked with here, lasts somewhere between 10 and 12 hours. And then there are shorter acting psychedelics that are getting a lot of research attention now because they might offer more opportunities for increasing access to these treatments when they're approved.
Doctors say while research is going on, there has been some movement with a psychedelic called MDMA. It's expected to be approved by the FDA later this year to help with treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Kevin Orpert's in the Weather Center to let us know how long this rain will stick around.
And the wind, Kevin.
Well, I think they're both probably going to last at least into a part of tomorrow. Now, when I come back, I'll let you know how the middle part of the week is shaping up because there is a change. Stay tuned. You're watching News 10 Night Watch on WTHI. It's coverage you can count on.
News 10 is sponsored by Overhead Doors, serving the Wabash Valley since 1929.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want?
This one.
Wow.
Get 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash back on Tundra Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles and get one for $1.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 24-pack of AA or AAA batteries are $14.99 after rebate. Gorilla Tape provides great results for quick fixes around the house. It grips smooth, rough, and uneven surfaces. Rip it, stick it, done. A 30-yard roll is just $7.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Please.
When the stop arm is out, you stop.
In Indiana, it's time for a change. An outsider. Bold leaders like Ronald Reagan, Mitch Daniels. Leaders we can trust to make a difference in every Hoosier's life. That's the kind of governor Brad Chambers will be. Only Brad Chambers can bring an outsider's vision to life, like Mitch Daniels once did. Chambers will focus on cutting red tape, growing jobs, and improving schools so every child can chase their dream. Brad Chambers, Indiana's next outsider.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want?
This one.
Wow.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Storm Team 10's 7-day forecast is sponsored by Crow Equipment. Coverage you can count on continues with Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Orpert, awarded the AMS seal of approval by the American Meteorological Society.
At this time, 2 weeks from today, the total solar eclipse will have come and gone. And one of the key players, of course, is the sun. As you can see here, Hannah Bennington from down in Vincennes took this magnificent photo of the sun. See the sunspots, those little dots there on the sun? Well, Hannah did a great job with that. She is a math major down at Vincennes. So you can share your photos if you like to weatherwatcher at WTHI-TV.com. Okay, what I'm tracking for you tonight, it's a windy night. You know, when we have nights like tonight, I feel for people who have to work outside, either early in the morning or even during the overnight and so on. We're so lucky to be here in the building, but you know, some of you have to be outside, and it's a windy night, steady breeze, sometimes gusting to about 40, rain, maybe a rumble of thunder. I just don't think we're going to have big storms. But overnight tonight and lasting through tomorrow, the possibility of rain and storms, and then cooler as we get to the middle part of the week. The reason we're having this rain and all this wind and so on, it's because of a cold front headed our way. So here's the wind advisory that's in effect until tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And the wind speed right now, well, no wonder there is a wind advisory in effect with wind speeds of 20 miles an hour in many cases or more, and wind gusting to more than 30. So here's a look at the Storm Team 10 storm tracker, and we see quite a lot of rain, sometimes a little heavier rain, sometimes a little bit lighter, but all in all, looks like rain through most of the night and into the day tomorrow. But how long into the day tomorrow? Well, here's noon tomorrow, or I'm sorry, here's midnight tonight, and then here's 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we get to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, Brady Harp will be here tomorrow morning for Newstown This Morning. He'll be tracking this as well. Looks as though the rain could be moving out somewhat, or at least easing up. But then another chance of rain as we get to, here's noon tomorrow. See just a few little spots of rain. So rain is not completely out of the picture until we get into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then here's 6 o'clock tomorrow night. If you are headed to the rally in the valley over here near the terminal, hopefully this rain's going to be out of here, although it's going to be pretty breezy, so you may want to keep that in mind. Forecast for tonight, 52, windy and mild, showers and thunder showers. And then for tomorrow, a high of 62, windy and mild, and again, showers and some thunder showers. Not big storms, I don't think. And then for tomorrow night, down to 33, turning colder tomorrow night with breezy conditions continuing. And the 7-day forecast, a little midweek sunshine, that comes along with some cooler and drier air. So Wednesday 50, Thursday 57, up to 66 on Friday. Saturday looks good with a high of 70. However, we may have to talk about a possibility of a little bit of rain on Resurrection Sunday. So I'll keep an eye on that for you, and stay tuned.
You don't often see the youth helping the old, but there's one group of teenagers in the Wabash Valley helping one elderly group on a regular basis.
They are making a difference in the lives of others and getting a whole lot back in return. It's all coming up for you next on News 10 Night Watch.
The Storm Team 10 Storm Tracker is sponsored by the Hometown Savings Bank.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event. Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Every little thing that you do, I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I've been sent to spread the message. Give it to me, Texas! God bless Texas.
Labor Link presents on the Surf Pro stage, The Frontmen. Tickets are available at Casey's General Store or Eventbrite.com. The Frontmen, April 5th at the Zora Shrine Theater.
Did you know that Stall's Lakeview Restaurant in Lagodi serves plate lunches as well as an all-you-can-eat Amish buffet? Our variety of foods is over the top, so you will always have a great dining experience. You will always get a fresh salad bar and homemade desserts. Quality, selection, atmosphere, and very friendly service. We have what you love at Stall's Lakeview Restaurant, 3 miles north of Lagodi on Highway 231.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event. Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get a low $299 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
There's a group of young superheroes of sorts bringing joy to the lives of older people in our community. A teen ministry program where kids dedicate part of their weekend to making others feel good. But it's the gift the kids get back that's truly inspirational. During this Holy Week, meet a group of young people making a difference in the Wabash Valley. On behalf of WTHI-TV and Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning, we would like to present to the entire Providence Teen Ministry a Make a Difference Award. You'll find lots of smiles on this Saturday morning inside the Sisters of Providence of St. Mary of the Woods. On this day, volunteers with the Providence Teen Ministry are helping the elderly sisters make Easter cards, handmade with love for their family and friends.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back.
Every month and during a special camp in the summer, Wabash Valley teenagers visit Providence Healthcare. They keep the sisters company, play games, enjoy music, improving the quality of life of those who live here. 18-year-old Sophia Miranda of Terre Haute has been volunteering since middle school. While most teens sleep in on a Saturday morning, Sophia says she looks forward to coming here instead.
The reason I kept coming back is because I loved the community and I loved how welcoming and loving it was. And
it's that welcoming feeling that has more than 30 teens coming back. Kids ages 12 to 18 are involved in this ministry. They are learning the golden rule firsthand. How we treat others matters.
I decided to join because it seemed like a really great opportunity to make myself happy and to help make other sisters happy, because I know that they need that happiness in their lives.
It's hard to get up in the morning on Saturdays, but it was really about the connections that you made with the sisters. Even though it was super early, you would have a lot of conversations that were very meaningful, and you learned a lot from them as much as we were helping them.
So during this Holy Week, consider the young people in our community making a difference by spreading the love of God. They are what some call hidden gems in the Wabash Valley, making this part of our world a better place. If you would like to volunteer with the Providence Teen Ministry, you can find more information by going to the website on your screen, spsmw.org, or you can call the number on your screen, 361-500-9505.
And if you'd like to nominate someone for a Make a Difference Award, just go to our website. That's WTHI-TV.com. And stay with us. Marty Ledbetter will have a check of your sports coming up next.
Statesman Lead. Lincoln Trail College has produced leaders in business and industry, the medical field, and the community. When you attend Lincoln Trail College, you're making a financially smart choice. Visit our website and get started today.
American Eagle Auto Glass does the job right. With over 30 years in business, American Eagle Auto Glass is the Valley's #1 recommended shop by insurance and dealerships. For quality glass replacement you can trust, call American Eagle Auto Glass. Clearly the right choice.
Wow! Another truckload of hot tubs have arrived at Heritage Fireplace Pools and Spas in Vincennes. Come and pick yours out today and get 12 months, same as cash. Now's the time to save up to 50% off during our fireplace floor model display clearance going on now. And check out our new fireplace display units as well.
Schedule your pool estimate and install today.
Heritage Fireplace Pools and Spas in Vincennes.
Come see us.
Driving home, I had a green light going through the intersection. Last thing I remember, had been hit by a semi. We reached out to Team Green. I can't tell you how exceptional they are. And they were able to get me what I deserved.
I have made some of the best memories of my entire life at LTC.
I love how it's a small school, so we're all very connected. You know everybody you meet in the hallways.
They care so much, and they make that obvious. They want you to succeed in the future.
A new era of spring football kicks off. Saturday, the USFL champs versus the XFL champs. UFL kickoff weekend begins Saturday at 1 on Fox.
It's tax time, and Terre Haute Chevrolet is here to help you maximize your refund.
You'll love our low prices and huge inventory.
And we always offer you the highest trade-in value.
Right now, lease a 2024 Chevy Equinox for only $259 per month, or lease a 2021 Chevy Blazer for only $319 a month.
Visit us at Terre Haute Chevrolet and let us help you maximize your tax refund.
We are Terre Haute.
TV10's community calendar is sponsored by Riddell National Bank. Coverage you can count on continues with Marty Ledbetter and sports.
Hello and welcome back. Indiana State baseball has been on a tear as of late. Winners of 7 of their last 9 contests. The Sycamores are picking up right where they left off 1 year ago, and with that come along the accolades. Indiana State's Cam Edmondson claims Missouri Valley Conference Pitcher of the Week, and Luis Hernandez brings home the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week. Edmondson is the 3rd ISU pitcher to bring home Pitcher of the Week honors, joining Jacob Pruitt and Brennan Cutts. Cam posted 2 wins in the same week after beating IU and Missouri State this past week, finishing with a 1.29 ERA and throwing over 126 pitches, over 7 innings of work, and 2 outings out of the bullpen. As for Hernandez, fewer players in the country are swinging the bat hotter right now than the ISU infielder. Hernandez hit .533 for the week with 8 hits, 7 RBIs, and 6 runs scored. 2 of those 8 hits were home runs. The Sycamores will be back in action Tuesday afternoon at Bob Warren Field when they take on the Purdue Boilermakers. First pitch set for 4 p.m. Speaking of baseball, Sullivan and South Knox High School opened their baseball season on this windy Monday afternoon. Top of the first, Isaac Osborne on force for Sullivan. Spartans catcher throws behind him, but Isaac is able to get over to second off the mistimed throw. 2 batters later, Sullivan with 2 runners in scoring position. South Knox pitcher Jacob Allen locks in, though, gets the strikeout for out number 2. Next batter up, and Allen gets out of the jam thanks to the 4-3 putout to go ahead and bring up the Spartans bats. Bottom half of the inning, Spartans with a runner on first when Sullivan pitcher Will Brooks gets his first strikeout of the contest. Next batter up, South Knox tries to do a little bit of a hit and run. Isaac Osborne behind the plate, and Oz guns him down as he tries to get to second. Great throw to Marcus Rochelle at short, but this one would go to the Spartans. South Knox beating Sullivan 8-2 to begin their year in the win column. The Indiana State Sycamores men's basketball team accomplished something that only one other team in the nearly 130 years of ISU basketball has ever done. They're the second team to go ahead and win 30 games this year after beating Minnesota, and now they only trailed the 1978-79 team for 33 wins, most in program history. Indiana State will be back at home Tuesday night to take on the Cincinnati Bearcats in the NIT quarterfinals at 9 p.m. It will be ISU's third straight game against a Power 6 conference opponent and their fifth P6 game of the year. Having the opportunity to play such high-caliber opponents has the players excited, and they know the more wins, the competition only gets better the further they advance in the NIT.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely, have shown we can hold our own, but I feel like we still have a lot more to prove. I feel like we're definitely the underdogs in every game we go into now. I feel like a lot of people doubt us, but, I feel like, just as a team, coaching staff, I feel like we all just believe in one another.
We know once we get between those four lines, it's time to compete. We really just leave that for everybody else to talk about those high majors and P6s, but, it's always good to get those type of teams and compete against those type of teams in between the four lines.
College hoops, the IU women took on Oklahoma in the women's NCAA tournament round of 32. Final seconds of the first half, IU trailing by 4. Sunday's hero, Sarah Scalia, drills to the 3, bringing the Hoosiers within 1 at the break. Final minutes of the game, IU trailing by 4 again. Mackenzie Holmes goes in and takes this one over, laying this one in, bringing her Hoosiers within 2. 2 possessions later, Holmes again good from the low post. The senior with 29 points, putting IU in front with just a minute to play as Indiana is going to go ahead and make it to the third Sweet 16 in the Terry Morin era, winning this one 75-68. That does it for sports. Stick around, Kevin. We'll have a final look at your evening's forecast after this quick timeout.
Spring is here, and this is your time to venture out, reinvent, and take charge in a new Ford Escape, Bronco Sport, or Explorer. Get power that invigorates with the capability and tech that helps you forge new paths. Don't hold back. It's your time to hit the road. Get out there and experience it in a new Ford SUV. Now get an Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 retail trade assist cash, only from your local Ford dealer.
The drug problem isn't just in dark alleyways anymore. Thanks to Joe Biden, it's in neighborhoods across Indiana. Because deadly fentanyl is pouring across our border, and Washington, D.C. does nothing. I'm Eric Doden. I'm the only candidate for governor with a concrete plan to strengthen law enforcement, rebuild our towns and main streets, and get drugs out of our communities. The politicians have no plan and no ability to fix this, but I will take bold action to keep Indiana safe.
Do you want to do something impactful in your life and change a child's story? I welcome you to become a Knox County CASA. CASA volunteers make a life-changing difference for children who have experienced abuse or neglect.
It is so rewarding. It is amazing the rewards that we get back.
Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help. Contact us today.
Sharp Trailers is the place to go for high-quality trailers that last. Utility, flatbed, dump, enclosed, equipment, and livestock trailers. Over 100 in stock by top manufacturers like Cornpro, Aluma, Cimarron, Homesteader, Cross, Griffin, and Wesco. Plus, we have a showroom full of parts and accessories, a shop for repairs, fabrication, and maintenance, and lots of golf carts in stock. Come see us in Elnora, Indiana, or online at sharptrailers.com.
Welcome to the beautiful Gostoff Amish Village, ranked as one of the best buffets in the United States.
Enjoy delicious, authentic Amish recipes prepared fresh daily. Our buffet includes hand-breaded fried chicken, mashed potatoes peeled by hand, home-cooked noodles, vegetables, and more. Also enjoy a full salad bar, fresh-baked homemade bread, and a dessert bar. And be sure to visit our delicious bakery featuring pies, cookies, breads, and jams. We're open daily in Montgomery, Indiana on a scenic 92 acres.
Yum.
Yeah, it did
Look
look good.
Yeah, especially on a night like tonight, you know, a little comfort food. So now take a look at the Storm Team 10 Storm Tracker. Well, there's some rain out there, probably not big storms, though I can't rule out the possibility of a rumble or two of thunder. The thing about it is, what we're going to try to do is get this rain out of here as we get into later tomorrow afternoon, because there are, baseball games?
We got stuff going on, KO. We got a lot going on.
Basketball.
We got the rally in the valley, and we got
well, there's basketball and baseball, right?
Yeah.
So we need the rain to not be.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll do what I can.
All right, good working. That is it for News and Night Watch. Thank you so much for joining us.
Be sure and get the very latest in the morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Good night and sleep well.
For the most local news, every newscast, every day, you can depend on News 10. Coverage you can count on.